Hello everyone, my name is Hexacide, and today we're back for part 3 of Job Hunting 9000 DELUHX. Alright, so for this episode we're going to go to McDonald's. Cause you gotta take your boy-girl thing to McDonald's. I looked down, somewhat dejectedly. McDonald's applications are always open, I guess. And it's a date! Well, I guess this is happening. Whatever this is. Whoever this is.
I'm way too caught up in the emotions of the old process it. I don't have the worst feeling about it. I never reacted about being hanging out on a weird toll cost person. The does seem insane. Oh well, I wouldn't have many options here. Also, before we go, I need to discuss the pricing of this program. Ships cost money, do I even have enough for what this program costs? So, I can already doing for you this whole thing totals to...
382,493,990,423. Smackaroons!
By smackaroons, you mean... Glory of course! You're joking, right? I don't know what will be funny about it. 382... billion, 400... Huh? She's asking me, I don't think I'm gonna pay off for my whole lifetime. I only have a job right now. Yeah, but I'll get you one. I doubt I'll be one that can pay off a debt like that. Isn't there any option I could use? Please? Suppose there's one other favor you could do for me. Oh, thank God. I want your organs. Okay, listen, sometimes you're joking. It's not funny. There's no bruises. Your battles are just delectable to me. I need them. Especially your eye. I have a gaping feeling around my eye to fix up personal crave perpetuated by a word unfulfilled. Your eye is just the most beautiful thing I've seen in all my years. When I first saw you, I just knew I couldn't go for anything different. Hold up. Are you legitimately frightening me right now? What are you gonna do? Tell a piece of vampire robot prince boy materialized into your apartment and baby imply mutilation? I'm so baffled by his humors that I can't help but be at a loss for words. I feel tension rises tone shifts unnaturally and erratic in ways I can't predict. No force for a second and you seem lost in thought. Well, since you're kinda sort of cute, here's the deal. If you're not in trouble for me, I'll stay. How's that sound? This isn't really something I do very often to anyone, so I suggest you take this opportunity graciously. Jesus, he's really not making any option I could have made sound particularly desirable. Well, if this is my best bet at survival, I'll take it. It's a deal! No need to worry, buddy. You're in hashtag good hands, hashtag good, hashtag good, hashtag good, good hashtag. Let her pull my hand towards him and shake it with excitement. See if the burst with any more. I feel the metal his pathetic fingers digging piercing, piercing. I can't practically still. Episode 3, I can't read. I feel the metal his pathetic fingers slightly piercing into my palm, which stings, and I feel my own desperation to be stopped from a mile away. I presume that's precisely why this guy's here in the first place, huh? This is now officially mission! Job hunting! I still can't read that. DELUHX. Jesus. Hey, don't suspect, okay? Consider it the avenue to me. Well, unless you're able to make this a worthwhile experience for me. Well, any possible good feeling I had about this is definitely soured by now. Maybe more than soured. More like rotting in the back of a freeway bid for a solid furious and pulled back out to be thrown onto the floor. Sorry, batshit insane. What kind of person acts like this? I get the impression that I'm in a situation where I don't have as much power as I think I do, even if I alert legal forces. Alas, this is the situation I'm in. I don't see any other way to get out of it than working, and I'm supposed to get off with help with said work.
Well, are you ready? Sure, this is gonna be so awesome! Why the hell did we choose McDonald's? This sucks! Ah! MC, I found out how to make a secret soup by mixing the kitchen and the ketchup and the fryer oil. You're not supposed to do that, Yowie-chan. OMG, sorry! Smash his head with brick. Huh? It's the guy. It's the guy. I have not played the game that the guy is from. I just know that the game exists. I just knew that the game existed from a very young age. And I knew the guy existed from a very young age. But I know nothing of the guy. Please don't throw a 4th edition Samsung air fryer at me. Haha, new guys, I hope you're not mixing our ketchup with our fryer oil. Good lord, oh my god, holy shit, Nagito is not my boss. Yes, I am. Why do you act like Yowie-chan? How are you emoticoning? Oh, my long-lost brother? No! Let's take a breather, everyone. No! Nagito memes died in 2017, make it stop! Well, folks, I can tell what you're thinking. Huh? He's right! Nagito isn't funny anymore, and shallows the quality of the game tenfold just by his inclusion. Well, I believe that humor doesn't have to be defined by the generation it was formed. Truly, to be enlightened is to be above all that. Be above trends and the artificially faster passing of time. It's okay. Deep down you know rage comics are still funny. It's okay. You don't need to see any more Wojaks ever again. Shh. It's okay. What are you talking about? What was I talking about? No, that's the question. Stop, This is too much to process. I just can't believe Nagito is real. My head hurts like hell. Oh, that's okay. Hey, you look pretty awesome despite shouting at me earlier. I would be happy to give you the ice I have at my home. You're inviting me to your house? Aren't you like a teenager? Not anymore. I'm 26. And if you want me to prove my age, well, look no further than this image. I get the joke. I'm so adult. I guess I can't argue with that. Wait! Long lost brother, you can't just take my boyfriend from me. Well, finders keepers, bitch. No fucking way. No fucking way. You don't even look like my brother anyways. What? Well, fuck you too! You know what? Let's allow us to decide who he wants to end this once and for all, bitch. Huh? Okay. I choose, Is this even a question? Is this even a question? Well, I mean, I was already dating Yaoi-chan. I don't want to be unfaithful or anything. And I generally kind of can't get past you looking indistinguishable from how you looked when you were a teenager. It's kind of off-putting, honestly. That's right! Get porn, bitch! Well, I didn't really lose anything. I already had in the scroll, so I guess that's fine. You're not allowed to be calm about this! Yaoi-chan then proceeds to transform into some kind of eldritch monster out of nowhere. A horrific sight for the both of us. Yo? Still smash. Before I could even process what was happening, he lasers Nagito into a sad smithereen. And with a blink of an eye, he reverts to his former Bishonen self. Yaoi-chan, why did you do that? Our boy needs to eliminate his rivals. Yaoi-chan, you can't just do this. You're going to go to jail, you know. This is first-degree murder. I'm going to what? Police sirens go outside the building already. And now they're bursting in. Put your hands where I can see them. You're both going to jail. But what? I haven't done anything. Give me a lawyer. You were a bystander of bullying. I was a bystander of murder. Oh damn, that's way worse, isn't it? You're both coming with me. Blood. Blood, I'm going to jail. I ended up in jail within 24 hours, as I in fact did not get a lawyer. I could not actually afford one in the slightest, although I should have really predicted that. Nothing can be done about it. So, DELUHX, have you ever been in jail before? Not really, no. Aw, we have so much in common. Colon free. Surprisingly, yeah. I would have expected this guy to be stuck in a top secret military facility by now, but I guess not. Hey, Yaoi-chan, that one thing you transformed into, is that, like, normal for you? Only if you want it to be. Yes. I don't. Thanks. Girl, what am I gonna do? We're stuck in here for life. This is hopeless. That's wrong! Huh? It's okay, because you might be trapped, but you're with me, so it's okay! I guess it could be worse, yeah. Wait, no, it could be. We're literally rotting in jail. What's wrong with you? Why'd you put me in this situation? And what even are you? I saw that fucking thing you turned into in the McDonald's. Are you sure you want to know? Free colon. I need answers. You're testing me. And you're sure you're not the one testing me? Yaoi-chan throws me to the wall. Oh my god. Is he gonna put us to the wall? Listen up, buddy-o. If you fuck with me, I'm gonna fucking kill you. This is way more threatening than it has any right to be. In fact, maybe I should just do it now. Lunch hour. Never mind. Hashtag hungry core. Yaoi-chan scurries out playfully as if oblivious to what just happened. I feel like a lump in my throat and suddenly regret all of the decisions I've ever made that led up to this moment. How am I gonna get out of this? The lunch court is huge, yet totally cramped with a very wide range of people. Most of them look pretty normal though, which eases my nerves a little. Nothing like the serial killer archetype you'd expect if you didn't know any better. I can't say I'm not still pretty intimidated by everything around me though. In fact, one of them seems to have noticed me scanning the room. They're still staring pretty intently in my direction with little regard for the general social etiquette of not staring at strangers. The more I glance back, the more I realize they are significantly more colorful. Oh my god. Significantly more colorful than the rest of the inmates. Doesn't seem as though they're following uniform protocol either. Are they even a prisoner here? On close inspection, they bear many similarities to Yaoitron in many aspects. Androgynous with a natural skin, hair, clothes, and horns. It makes me wonder if the two are affiliated somehow. They're approaching. Aha! It appears you are confounded at the sight of Domineth, the badass, the third. On guard! Shoot, I guess I might have been staring back too much while lost in thought. Honestly, I've seen weirder stuff this week. Are you, like, supposed to be here? Ho ho, per the rules? Of course I am. That is to say, of course I could theoretically leave at any time, but I do quite enjoy the lore and the order of your civilization. It's quite easy to take for granted if this is all that Amol knows. I mean, personally, I think our court system is pretty corrupt. I don't know how you're able to romanticize it so much. I was literally just thrown in jail because I witnessed a murder unfold. My, that does sound rather unjust. Perhaps I should reevaluate my perception of this earthly system. So, why are you in prison then? Identity fraud. Huh. Wait, why'd you commit a crime if you're so jurisdictionally against crime? Why? I had no choice. I was simply indulging in life's simplest pleasures. And that is... nothing less than cosplay, my dearest newest friend. Would thou have the prowess and fortitude to guess who I may be cosplaying as we speak? Not really. Is it, some obscure anime character or something? Far from it, but I shan't bother to pry any further if it was lost on you. I suppose you simply are not educated on the joys of the YouTube Let's Play. I don't watch much YouTube, no. I'm more of a Twitch kind of guy these days. That's not very, as the kids say, badassif. I have to say though, I'm pretty impressed that you managed to convince the god- wait, that's the wrong voice. I have to say though, I'm pretty impressed you managed to convince the gods to let you keep that thing on. Not every day you see someone in a prison in a cosplay. Even Yaoitron managed to get wrangled out of his interesting attire. Nothing gets between me and my cosplay, dear chum. Nothing. You kinda seem way too into it to call it a cosplay. It's more like LARPing at this point. Doth thou mean flopping? LARPing! Idiot! Greetings, XX_Yaoitron9000X. It's good to see you again. And it's good to see you again, too, Dufashef. I believe you mean to say Domineaf. Dufashef! Somehow I have a subtle hunch that Yaoitron is not fond of this person. Yaoitron, do you know this guy? Do you know of XX_Yaoitron9000XX? He's my cohort for the moment. And date mate! Don't say that. In case you're still wondering, yes, we do bear an unfortunate affiliation to one another. Anyways, Kawaiiest MC, you know this guy is absolutely nothing but trouble, so let's leave them alone. To rot! Dominief looks unimpressed. Well, I suppose I'm obviously not welcome here. Dominief leans in a little closer to me. Psst, I grant thine business card to ye. Hold on to it and I be able to help ye out in a pinch. It's a printed out screenshot of their MySpace profile. I'll say my goodbyes now. I'm glad that sucker is finally out of our sight. Wanna go, eat slop together? Might as well. Is that allowed? Shrugs. Wow, this food really is just like slop. Texture-wise anyways, the flavor isn't as bad. I'm a little unsettled at just how processed it is though. Yaoitron, I'm gonna go back into my cell early. The atmosphere here kinda reeks. Okay. I slump back to my jail cell bed. With very little to do, I gloss over the business card again. Huh. Dominief the Badass the Third. I guess it's good optics that I already have an alliance in prison, or at least that's what the movies would have led me to believe. I give it a 50-50 as to whether Dominief could actually protect me in a fight though. Who knows? Maybe they have insane powers of annihilation, like Yawitron. I swear, guys, I am good at English. Either that or they go limp after one hit to the shin. Man, today has just been exhausting. I'm glad to be in any bed at this point, even if they're not really my own. Oh, beautiful bed frameless mattress at home. How I long for you. It's a brand new day and I'm taking all opportunities to avoid Yawitron. Thankfully, I made it to the food court unprovoked. I spot Dominief in the crowd again. It's really not difficult, like the world's easiest game of Where's Wally. This date sucks ass. Hello, dear and beloved friend. We're friends already? Are we not? I'm not saying that I'm against it. It's good to have someone considering me a friend in here. Except Yawitron who, hi Yawitron. What are you two doing together? Yeah, me and Dominief are like a thing now. What? What? Sorry, brother. We were non-committal. There's plenty of fish in the sea. And now I'm your brother? I've never been more friend-zoned in my life. Jeez, what a reaction. I feel kind of bad for him now. Why art thou pushing these tri-human coalition practices upon me? I want no part of it. Dude, remember Yawitron threatened me yesterday? I'm just doing anything to stay away from him. It's all just a farce, you know. You'd be doing me a major solid if you played along. Is a solid a good deed, per se? I guess in this context I would say so. Then I suppose I am obligated to, although it does contradict my personal convictions somewhat. It'll be fine, it won't take much to commit to the farce anyways. Holding hands in prison is probably notable enough on its own that people will jump to the conclusion with no further proof are needed. Dominief visibly winces. The idea of holding another person's hands, gripping mine with that clammy clutch. Are you not able to do that? I suppose it's possible, with discretion. Then our plan is undergo. We should start off in the most conspicuous place possible. I guess the canteen is already a pretty good contender. This is the worst route so far already. What do you mean? Blood was talking about being faithful and then just like... How can you be faithful and non-committal? Yes, and standing up, so no one can mistake our... Are you sure that's not a little too obvious? Have faith in me, friend. We have victory in our clutches. We simply need to seize it head on. Can't say I don't like your enthusiasm. We pull up to the middle of the room and kind of just stand holding hands. Time passes very slowly. I think people are staring and whispering, I'm not sure what about. I'm kind of embarrassed. I usually don't go out of my way to do stunts like this. Dominief is like a statue. Their body language does not read as affectionate. They're very gung-ho about this adventure. Most of the line was expected, but without reveling in it. Not that I expect them to, but it's a weird contrast for sure. I was expecting they'd be more openly begrudging, if anything. Lunch hour is over. Back to yourselves. Our time is over already. Oh, before we say farewell, I must note that I had never caught your name until now. Oh yeah, it's Hex. Then I bid ye adieu, Hex. Until next time. Yawitron is already here. Yep, he's just staring at me. Menacingly. I should probably... I'll say something to him. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Is everything... good? Oh, I don't know, is it? Yes? Oh, okay. You, doing anything since we've been in jail? I love power scaling. Of course, well, I've been doing a lot of, playing ball lately. Playing with balls? Yes, Yawitron. Outside. In the basketball court. Wait. It hasn't been, like, other men's balls, right? I'm pretty sure the balls outside belong to the state. Okay. Not that it matters anyways, because you're already playing with all manners of metaphorical cooking. Oh. I'm not screaming that. My whole family's in the house. I'm not screaming that. Read it in your own time. And there it is. Listen, man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blue ball you like that. Now you're even playing with balls of all colors.
Bruh.
Who wrote this? Who wrote this? No, it's a turn of phrase. The balls would be your own in this context. You're thinking about my balls.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Not really? Okay, that's good, because I don't actually have any. Of course I don't have balls! I couldn't even stand up for myself and save my divorce! And now the only option I have left is first-degree murder! Whoa, 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 that is not your only option, there's plenty of things to do besides that. Like what? Basketball? I scanned the room nervously and tried to locate Dominiev. Hex, art thou all good? Oh man, Dominiev. I don't think I could stay with Yawitron another night. Oh dear. We need to step up our game and do it before lunchtime is over. As in, get to the infamous first base? Dominiev shudders a little. Well, I'm sure there's ways we can extremely overtly profess our affection for one another with actual intimacy. Ah, like pantomime? I was bestowed the title of theatre kid by many in my youth. I mean, yeah, we can do that. But then we would need to prepare a script first. I shall have it ready by the end of the week. Dude, let's just improvise it, okay? Ah, that would be time efficient indeed. Let's. Ahem. Oh, thou who I hold so dear to me, can't you see the feelings I behold? But, my liege, no, my coho, you have never shared such feelings with me in the past. How can you expect me to read your mind? Sigh, must I speak so plainly as something so fragile? Whatever it is that you consider to be so fragile that you must hold it from me. Dominiev falls to their knees dramatically. My heart! Oh, my heart! My heart that you must toy with, you must break, you must lead on for far too long. Your heart? Well, this is, like, surely a revelation to myself. For I also, too, have a heart that belongs to you. Some gasps were dispersed from across the canteen. Then, whatever are we waiting for, thine soulmate? Let us embrace an unadulterated passion. Unadulterated? I mean, sure, let's! Mia and Dominion kind of wrap our arms around each other. At this point, a crowd seems to have formed around us. Young love really is something, isn't it? I don't remember talking like that when I first confessed. This youthful slang sure is hard to keep up with. Wow, you're all way more receptive to this than I thought. Hey man, it's the year of our Lord. Well, I meant more in the sense that... Of course we're receptive, I'll latch onto anything remotely interesting after 15 long years of monotony. Yeah man, gossip is fun. What do you want from us? Okay, fair enough. Everyone is literally cheering and clapping. I know we were supposed to make a scene, but I'm kind of at a loss for words. I turned to Dominiev. Job well done? Well, I can't say I'm not inclined to all this attention. What's going on over here? Uh-oh. Young love? Blossoming in real time? I can't interrupt something so sacred. Not ever since I lost my own chance 10 years ago. What? We want Prison's hottest couple! We want Prison's hottest couple! Then it's settled. Prison's hottest couple are all the rage. It's time to put them on front cover of Vogue. Or, you could room us together, maybe? Well, that's a perfect idea. It's settled. Seriously? That was stupidly easy. I'm so relieved to not be rooming with Yawitron anymore. Dominiev nods sagely. He certainly is a sicko. So, who is your previous roommate I swapped with anyways? It was a strange smarmy man with an antisocial presence. That's either the YouTube guy or normal guy Mason. He kept making a point of getting bailed out by a young chap soon enough, so I tried to not let him get under my skin. Yeah, it's the YouTuber guy. I wonder how someone like that would get along with Yawitron. I rest my head against the wall. Man, prison life was so intimidating before, but it's become way more manageable all of a sudden when he's not breathing down my neck. I'm glad you found it in your heart to appreciate the beauty of the prison system as I do. You could say it like that. This might be the first uneventful lunch I've had since I got here. It's nice, I think striking a balance between excitement and monotony would be nice. Ah, but of course, humans do require enrichment via conversation. And you don't? If I don't acknowledge my needs, then I don't have to feel as lonely. Jeez, dude, okay, let's talk a little then. So, have you been on the court lately? Not even once. You've never wanted to? Why are you focusing so much on the subject? I don't know, man. It's a nice place to be. Why doesn't anyone else like basketball? Hey, you! You think you could just push me around? Make me room with a tall weirdo who keeps asking me to pay for his online course? And not to mention, you're trying to steal my boyfriend, aren't you? Can't be stolen if he has already chosen me, my unfriendly foe. Oh, now you're really testing me. Perhaps a rematch is in order. Perhaps it is! Why do you say that perhaps as if it's a made-up word? On guard! Get fucked! I accidentally mixed up their voices, but whatever. The Itron and the Minia throw themselves at one another. In what I can only assume they both believe is earnest to be an epic Yautron and Dominia throw themselves at one another, in what I can only assume they both believe is earnest to be an epic brawl. Holy shit. Oh my god, they kill each other instantly. They're all dead, limp on the ground. What the? Are you a bystander of murder? 20 years of probation for you! Chat, let's not talk about that. Okay, for the sake of completion, I'm gonna pick this guy. Considering Nagio isn't the one threatening me with my life here, I'm trying to choose him. I win! X colon. Shut up. I will find your location and shoot lasers at you. And then I'll... Oh lord, would you look at the time, my dearest Hex? Allow me to my house, for reals. To be fair, he did win fair and square. Action slows down to a stationary pace, stunned in silence. Are you okay? I'll just take that as a maybe. Anyways, I guess I got a nag home to go to now. I don't like this guy. Do you like not have a home? What are you on about, silly? This is my home. This is a back alleyway. Well, you know what they say. Home is where the heart and love and wonder is. I don't think it goes exactly like that. Don't quote me on that though. Oh fuck, this headache is killing any possible room for rational thoughts. Oh right, your headache. Here, let me find my ice packet. Haha, looks like my ice just melted. What were we talking about again? No, this is just depressing. I should have never ditched Yaritron her. Who's Yaritron? I'm gonna go find him and apologize enough that I can hope he'll take me back. What? Wait, don't go! Why? We can, do stuff. Like what? Patty cake? Listen, I'm just gonna be so lonely for the rest of the day if you leave. I'll just resort to picking at the scab wounds on my arm again. Okay, geez, now I feel really bad for you. Sure, I'll play patty cake. We play patty cake for a while. Surprisingly, it's actually really entertaining. I don't know why I doubted you, Nagito. This is kind of therapeutic. Probably miles better than whatever I could have been doing with Yaochan. Haha, this is why you should never doubt a I don't know how to pronounce that. Komeda? TM. Wow, that was the best patty cake I've ever had. Yeah, it was pretty fun. So, what now? We linger in silence for a moment as we both realize we have absolutely no plan whatsoever going forward. Maybe we should go back to McDonald's? Is Yaotron still there? Who knows? I'm just here for the thrills. Okay, Nagito. Oh, but don't be fooled. I'm also here for the chills. Nagito's words slur as he proceeds to fall into a deep sleep. Zzz. Come to think of it, it's getting pretty dark. I guess I should try getting comfortable in this stump. I would just go back to my apartment, but I'm kind of exhausted and it's too far away. I feel like such a bum, but I don't have much time to dwell on it as I fall into a deep sleep. I guess I don't feel as scared in the dark with Nagito next to me. My body feels moist, cold, and clammy. Alright, Nagito Komeda sitting next to me, in a dumpster. This also means that literally none of this was just some weird fever dream. Which also means that Nagio-Kameda is real in the flesh. Oh god. And, XX_Yaritron9000XX, I guess. Or maybe that part was just me hallucinating. I think there was a gas leak in my apartment. Gas leak boyfriend? Rise and shine, silly Billy. Don't call me that. Eeh, sorry. Well, to McDonald's we go, I suppose. At least it's not far. Okay. Oh, Yaritron is still here. I guess I was sober this whole time. So he is. I guess we don't need him anymore, though. Eh? Yeah, I think I'd be freaked out if he was in my field of vision for much longer. I don't know if this statue version of him freaks me out more or less than what, and he's bouncing all over the place, though. And, yeah. I give it time to pick up the statuified Yaritron to little success. It looks like his frail balls are not gonna crunch against Yaritron's mass at the moment. In fact, it looks like as if he could literally turn to dust if he exerts his body any further. I'm actually starting to get kind of concerned. Hey, maybe you should give that a rest for your own sake. You could just be decorative furnishing for the establishment. Sounds hippity-hoppity. What? It's nice slang, you know, because I'm old. Okay, man. We put our backs into some long hours with our mundane shift and uneventful shift. All with Yaritron's cold, unmoving body looming over us. Looks like it's closing time, Bano. Thank god, this sucked. We were literally the only two people working all day. I don't know, I like being in here. It's nice and lukewarm. Okay, Nagio, I feel bad about you being homeless, so I'm gonna let you stay at my house for a bit. Oh wow, awesome! It's nice and warm in here. Sometimes my skin breaks out in hives when it's too warm though. We can always just turn down the temperature a little. So like, how'd you get in this situation anyways? I don't know, I don't remember. Did you get lobotomized or something since you became an adult? I don't know, I'm hungry, can we eat something? Yeah, let's just have our McDonald's approved leftover scraps, I guess. Oh, McDonald's again? I've been eating McDonald's every day for the past 9 years. You've been in this job for that long? How'd you think I became manager? I figured it was pure luck, to be honest. Man, this tastes stale. The burger's kind of flat and sad too, they look so different in the advertisements. I know I got a job like I needed to, but this is just kind of depressing. I spent the preceding weeks tirelessly working with Nagio to make ends meet. He's kind of weird, but honestly not a terrible co-worker, actually. Doesn't complain about the job, at least. Why are we still barely breaking even, despite having both our salaries combined to pay rent now? Like, how much do you even earn as manager? Sometimes they feed me lint and pennies. What? Do you understand what you're saying, right? Can I have my Hot Pocket now? Nagio, we can't afford Hot Pockets. Get with the program. Fine, I'll get you a damned Hot Pocket. Yay. But that's seriously not something we could just brush off. That has to be an insane labor violation. I guess we need to file a class action lawsuit. I don't think we have that in this country. Okay, let's just file a regular action lawsuit then. Oh my fucking god. Next thing we know, the next several excruciating months or so dedicates our battle against Big McDonald and their skeezy business practices. Hey, it's okay, Hex, if we pray to our Lord, we can get through any obstacle. Nagio is a man of faith? Okay then, respectable, I guess. Despite being the underdogs, our case was such an ambiguous display of the company's evil and corruption that we somehow pulled through. Nagio, we're rich! We can buy a real house with this money, get jobs that actually account for cost of living. Nagio was nibbling on his Hot Pocket, kind of drooling over it and stuff. He's very occupied with it. Are you listening to me? Huh? Dude, I was saying we can get a real house. Oh! You're gonna take me with you? Well, yeah, I wouldn't want you rotting in the back alley of a McDonald's any more than you already have. This is so refreshing. I feel like I'm at peace with the world at last, with a house that I really own. I'm not at peace if anyone's asked. I want Yaritron here. Where's my wife? My wife? My husband? Question mark. Spouse. It's like this weight has been lifted off of me for the first time in so long. It's like... Holy shit! Hi. God? Hello, my child. I want to show my gratitude for you taking care of my one true son. Is this like the gas leak route? Am I gonna wake up in the hospital? No problem. Wait, does this mean you're not mad at me for the thing I did? 12th September 2010? I am omnibenevolent, my child. Damn. Wow, that's so wise. I always have wisdom to share with my children of the earth. God turns his piercing gaze towards me. Remember this, my child. All things that touch the light of the sun have beauty to behold within them. Cornfield crop circles, patented printer mechanisms, and that one cartoon you watched as a kid and can't find anywhere anymore. Oh, what about that one Yaoitron guy? Oh, you've met him? Yeah, just ignore him. He was a complete and utter mistake within my greater creation. Huh. Okay. Anyways, I'm here to pick up my son, so this will be our goodbye. Well, bye, God and Nahito. Bye, Hex. Thanks for buying me Hot Pockets. It's no problem, man. And remember, my child, I'm always watching you! Wait, was Nahito the fucking reincarnation of Jesus Christ? This all sinks in as I'm left alone with my thoughts. No partner, just me and my upper-class apartment. I guess I'm set now, aren't I? This adventure must come to a close. I lived peacefully and undisturbed in luxury for the rest of my fruitful life. While single, of course, but I guess I can live with that when I have such a comfortable lifestyle. That's it? No fucking way. No fucking way. Okay, the recording is like only 40 minutes long so far, so I think I might push through and just include this in a part 3. I mean, include the last ending in part 3, but like, if the video cuts off early, then obviously I didn't do that. But I'm gonna move on to the next ending. Okay, now we're doing I don't even know. All this is your idea. Shouldn't you be the one deciding this stuff? Alright, you better not complain if you don't like any ideas then though. I'm sure just about anything would do. I'm jobless, not picky. And it's a date! Despite having woken up to another very much real and tangible day, I'm still flabbergasted to realize this guy is also as real and tangible as he could be. You look shocked. Oh no, what's wrong? Well, a lot is wrong. But as a start, truth be told, your less than humane attributes are really off-putting. Whether or not it's real or cosplay. Is it the dog tail? I can chop off the dog tail. What? No, I don't do well with gore, I don't want that. Maybe you shouldn't have been playing this game then. This isn't a game to me, man. Or playing this route. What? Gah! My body almost collapses just from the sharp change in atmosphere. Hot air fills my lungs so fast that I feel like I'm suffocating. Aha, now this feels like home. Alright, buddy. I have backstage over here, so I know enough to know these parts, it's very overpopulated with very small employment rates. I'm wide-eyed and feel like a scared animal in these surroundings. Am I in hell? Am I dead? Or am I hallucinating? Are you just the first step in a larger hallucination? Aw, come on. That weird look on your face is really becoming a downer. Why is it question mark, question mark? We know Blood's name. Shouldn't you be happy? I got you a job. That's what you wanted. He grabs my hand and drags me across the drowned rocky path for seemingly forever until we end up within an unsettling industrialized building. Surprisingly, it's colder than the outside, but it's certainly far more humid. I look down. Describing the setting as unwelcoming is an understatement. One corner hosts a meat grinding machine, another a line of unidentifiable courses, another a line of unidentifiable. I can't fucking read. Another line of unidentifiable corpses lined up with chains pierced into them. I gag at the sight of it alone, let alone the smell, which almost brings vomit to my mouth. Well, off you go, buddy. Consider this unemployment for life, so long as you don't screw up. Giggle. Okay, so basically, your job is to cut up all this meat correctly, and, yeah, there's more instructions on the wall. Hey, can I ask, what kind of meat is this? As soon as he said he was here, he left, without a word to answer my query. With nothing else to do, I investigate the instructions posted quite modestly against the towering concrete wall. Hint, in case of emergency, please. This is bullshit. I decided to reluctantly inspect the line of corpses in spite of my lack of training. Each mass of flesh is strewn almost as if woven together into a larger amalgamate. I don't even want to think about what it used to be. Even more than that, I'm especially disgusted at the thought of touching it with my bare hands. Do I have to? Save. Do it, pussy! Remembering my own life possibly being on the line, the horror of the thought pushes me to apathetically get my hands dirty. I still feel sick. The corpses are heavy and it reminds me how human these things used to be. I think so anyways. Whatever the implication is, it's probably gruesome either way. Well, whatever. I throw all of the bodies into the meat grinder. It sloppily churns the meat, spraying blood everywhere. It gets all over my body and I flinch in disgust. But I know that I need to thicken my skin, so I avoid flinching the preceding time. And then I do it again. And again. And again. Losing track of time makes it easier to get lost in your work. The sensation of someone watching me has faded without me even noticing. He's gone and I'm alone. Just me, my thoughts, and this meat machine. Being in literal hell for so long, doing low-bar, dirty work tends to leave your mind in dark places. Specifically places of spite. I was sick of this after all. Are we gonna fight, Yawitron? I didn't ask to sign my life away to eternal labor, and for the longest time I had no control over my life. That changed today. I've become quite strong from this extensive labor, and I know just how to put that to my advantage. That's right, it's demon maiming time. Nothing in Eyeshot was safe from my wrath. Holy shit. We're so goated. My footpath turned into a long gory painting of splayed organs and humanoid features with antagonized expressions, if any expression at all. My prestige increased more and more too, making me more than just a mortal that more souls I fought through. I was becoming a demon lord, a god to some. I was unstoppable. I even got a H-cup demon girlfriend at some point, but I'm gay, so that didn't last very long. However, after years of murder sprees, I was growing dissatisfied. I had to challenge someone more on my own level. The guy who brought me here in the first place, I have to find him. It's been so long I could barely even remember his name anymore though. What was it? XX Yokultron XX? Gay rights? 4020? Yeah, it's past me. Not like I care that much anymore. I just go the brute force way, attacking every demonic force and raiding every torture chamber in this world until it holds life no longer, one by one. I would have stopped at nothing until I found him. And soon enough, I would. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. No fucking way. No fucking way. Look at his little gay ass. I love this. Look at him just standing there like nothing. Shit-eating bastard. OMG, it's you! How's life going? Glad I didn't steal your eye, huh? Shut up. I'll kill you. Whoa there, Buster. Let's not get too cocky. This is so cute though. This could be our enemies to lovers kawaii arc and you'll truly fall for. Not being able to stand a second more of his voice, I charge at him going for the kill. Yeah, as if already predicting my move, he dodged without a sweat. You wanna make it like that? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Go to hell. We both charge at each other, clashing and shedding blood like our lives depend on it. Categorically speaking, it was unfathomably cool. Maybe not as cool as when you're the one getting beat up for an eternity, but I digress. Though as time passed further and further, I began to realize this was a total stalemate. Damn! I can't say I'm as mad about it as the average person though. I've grown acquainted to fighting as a sport at this point, so I can appreciate digging out for eternity more than the average mortal. At least I'll look unbelievably sick while I'm doing it. Okay, so that's the fighting forever ending, I guess. Fuck no. I know I wanted a job, but this is clearly way too much for any normal person to stomach. I just can't bring myself to do it. Hey, yeah, which one I changed my mind? I'm not dealing with this. My voice bounces across the room to no response. Are you still here? Weird. Considering it was my first day on the job, I kinda expected he could have been watching over me from the shadows or something. I once again attempted to glean a response from him. We can just find another job for me, right? I just really don't want to touch those corpses or meat slabs or like whatever they're supposed to be. No response again. Where the hell did he go? Maybe he's waiting outside, or God forbid, he wandered off and just left me here. The latter honestly makes more sense considering his untrustworthy demeanor. I have no choice but to take a deep breath and re-enter the harsh hellscape to examine the exterior for any sight of the guy. With nothing but vast stretches of maroon in sight, I take initiative to wander a little myself to see where he went. Sure, he would be loitering around the stench of blood and rust all day. I meander around and around, For an indefinite period of time. Too long, actually. I realized my mistake just as I get cold feet to decide I realized my mistake just as I get cold enough feet to decide to retrace my steps. When I turn around, the building is completely out of sight. I don't recognize my surroundings either, as cold sweat runs down my face. But by this point, thoughts are starting to race through my mind. I'm beginning to realize how dire this is. I choke on the humidity of the air trying to call out his name. Yawitron? I walk for seemingly miles. My feet begin to tremble. Thoughts are racing through my mind. I shouldn't have left. I'm too far out. There's no way he's here. Anyone? The heat is really starting to get to me. My legs begin to give out on me and I collapse on the ground. How much time has passed? I don't know. I guess this is it for me. This is what it feels like to die with no one to even notice. I already feel like a corpse. There's nothing I can do now besides accept my fate. Yeah, it's over. I've accepted it. This is how it ends. I'm just waiting for Mother Nature to have enough mercy to be quick about it. Don't worry, Hex. I was actually here the whole time. I was just rolfing with you. Hashtag trolling, if you would. What? I can hardly get any words out. I'm choking under the pressure and heat. Sorry. Was I kind of anticlimactic here? I'm sorry. I can't even think enough to form any coherent sentence. I feel like death. My thoughts are washing away as my consciousness does. Something is poking me. I fade back into consciousness, completely disoriented. Goodness gracious me! Can you wake up already? We need you for story development, goodness! Oh lord. Ah, God! Where am I? I'm having a party at my igloo! Everything around me is nearly indecipherable from itself, bathed in an unfamiliar assortment of reds as far as the eye can see. Haha, just kidding. It's my house. Sorry if it's too early for me to be bringing you here, I just got so excited. God, where am I? Feels like I'm in someone's vitals or something. Funny that you just say that. Okay, let's play a game. You gotta guess what organ this is. Wait, what? You're serious? Are you telling me I know what kind of massive organism right now? I shake off the feeling as I try to get a better look at my surroundings. Wartime break. I feel my voice giving up. I shake off the feeling as I try to get a better look at my surroundings. It looks like there's a lot of red pulsating mass. This might be the worst time to have failed secondary school biology. Okay, thinking time's over. Let's guess. Which organ am I inside of? Stomach? How freudian. I'm just gonna ignore whatever implications there are of him responding with that. I'll tell you, Hex. Playing with you is a real hoot. I have a feeling this is gonna be a dandy old time with you here. With me here? Hell, am I staying in whatever this is? Show me the door. Yeah, about that. Yatra pulls out a long line of paper they seem to have printed off of a fax machine. Hex, eviction notice. You are evicted. You have no bitches. Do not return to your past residence for anything except crucial belongings. If you do not come back to us within 5 days, we will auction off all your belongings. Talk about paraphrasing if I've ever seen it. Huh? What? Where'd you get that? Your house. Wait, can't you just let me go back to my house? You should at least let me go back and get my quote-unquote crucial belongings since it can't have been 5 days already since you found that notice. You seriously underestimate how long you were cocked out for, big guy. Oh god. So yeah, next time someone is letting you be their guest in their home, be a little more grateful next time, please? Sorry. It's okay. Well, anyway, get comfy. This is a difficult request to fulfill, given the environment. It's incredibly pungent. The floor's texture makes it feel like I'm inside of someone. Is this a place you come to often? What are you talking about, silly? It's my house. There's literally nothing here, though. You seriously live like this? It's called a male living space, you small-minded fuck. Well, sure, but do you even have anything recreational? Any consoles, at least? Console? Like, video games? Well, you're trying to split me with swingers cartoonishly. To be honest, I don't know any other games besides the one we just played. Do you know any? Maybe OSU, I guess? What? Is that an acronym? It's this ribbon game where you, like, tap circles, but then also sometimes you also tap balls. Why would you need to do that when you can just tap balls in real life? I'm 100% going to die here. Sooner than anticipated, perhaps. My constitution has been poor ever since my arrival in hell. Despite being escorted to a safer place, I haven't recovered very much. As I fail to maintain my composure, I find myself drifting off again. Am I dying? Where am I? It's so quiet. Oh, there's Yawitron. Let's have a picnic, MC! It's so scenic here. You brought the basket, didn't you? Yeah. I pull out a basket from my pocket. You know what I've always wanted to do? What? I want to get fed some yummy grapes by hand. Doesn't that sound nice? I chuckle. What are you, some kind of Roman emperor? Leering my hand to the basket, I expect to pull out a branch of grapes, but all I can grasp is a handful of knickknacks, none of which I recognize as particular objects. As I continue to attempt to find anything of use from that bag, my frantic motions increase, turning from impatience to frustration to desperation. All I'm pulling out is strange, useless junk I can't recognize at all. It's like I'm in some kind of clown's routine with a magic bag. Airtron continues to stare at me expectantly. I'm too absorbed to look back. Are you in? What? What was just happening? I'm kicked out of my haze when an unfamiliar voice calls out. We're not the only one in here. I can feel it. I can't quite make out the figure, but it seems to be a girl? Oh my god. It's Yuritron! It's Yuritron! It's Yuritron! I love Yuritron! Hi XX_Yawitron 9000XX. Hi. She glances at me without seeming to have much concern for my state of illness. Still, I decide to keep quiet for the moment and just eavesdrop on their conversation. I don't understand why you're keeping that guy here. He seems like an invaluable asset. Gee, thanks. And what's that about calling me an asset? You don't understand, Buck. He's ultra fucking sugoi! You're only saying he's invaluable because you don't like men. Yeah. But also, his eye does also mostly take my fancy. I don't see many particular standout qualities to them, besides being beady and juicy. So why'd you want me here again? Don't you like my company? Not particularly. After a few months of silence, and her scanning the room for any reason to stay, she promptly bids her goodbyes, and the scenery is back to being exactly how it usually is. That was weird. Who was that? Oh, I forgot you're still here. Did you hear any of that? Nope. That was my BFF Yuritron666_. That name is very oddly similar to yours. Are you related or something? No, but you must hear about my drawn-out and ruthless backstory of poverty, action, crime, romance before you can truly understand the significance of our friendship. I mean, I don't really need the full explanation, just a brief synopsis of how you guys... It all started when I was a wee lad. Oh boy. I was just a mere grub, or perhaps less than a grub. Despite being a spawn just like any other from the same womb, as mother grub, they all threatened me as a lesser for my pathetic, wrinkly, slimy skin. With growing tensions, I was eventually kicked out of the warm, humid comfort of the hive and into the cold, brutal earth. I was thrown out, sopping wet, cardboard box. Well, that's all. Come back next time for the next Lord Tibbet. Be on time. Well, that was incomprehensible. He didn't even say anything about his relation to the girl. Hadn't really set in for me because I've been sitting all day, but it's just been starting to settle in how long it's been since I've eaten. Yawitron? What's up? I'm starving. Do you have anything for me to eat? Wow, have we already come this far? Well, if you insist. Yawitron leaves my eyes shut for a few minutes. I don't really know where he could have been storing food in this labyrinth of red slimy surface, so I have no clue what to expect. For some reason, the ground has planted me firmly to the fleshy floor, so it's pretty difficult to get up. It's almost like quicksand, though it's not triggering any sort of flight or flight reaction in me. I guess I'll just wait until he comes back to see what's cooking. He's back. His breathing is noticeably irregular. I think he's wincing too. I raise my brow. What happened? Nothing. I'm just really excited to prepare your first meal. Can you close your eyes and say, ah? Red flags are immediately going off in my head. Something is definitely wrong. I'll just keep my eyes open if that's okay. No, you need your eyes closed for the surprise. He's obviously acting more unsteady than usual. His persistence is kind of freaking me out a little. Listen, it's nothing personal, but I don't know you well enough to eat whatever mystery food you put on my plate. Well, if you aren't going to listen, then I guess I'll just have to make you eat whether your eyes are open or not. Why do you care so much about that? Without letting me finish, Yaoitron pins me down. He's being firm, but it feels like he's trying to avoid being actively rough with me. Even still, I'm taken aback. He's drawing increasingly close. My eyes dart around in a panic at the certain escalation, until suddenly transfixed in horror when I see it. I'm going to be sick. The blood trailing from it falls on my chest as it's suspended just above my mouth. It's only getting closer and I'm too stumped to do anything. What the fuck? It's at this moment that I realize how the black nub where his 5th digit once was. Between the imagery of what he would have had to do to get to this point, and the overwhelming stench below my nose, I'm just pale and completely overwhelmed. My body immediately rejects it as it enters my mouth. Something comes back up as soon as it touches my throat. This just causes the Yaoitron to proceed to constrict me further to reduce my struggling. At this point, I can't read his expression. His body mass is on top of me at this point in an attempt to hold me down while he manhandles my jaw to stimulate chewing for me, all while keeping his other hand firmly on my mouth so it may remain shut. The texture of my mouth is disgusting. The blood is stuck to all of the walls of my mouth. There's a feeling of skin and bone that both audibly crunch every time he retracts my jaw. This goes on for what feels like forever. I'm not able to swallow bone, so it proves difficult for any of the other components to even navigate down my throat. After some considerable time, he releases me. I fall to the floor and hear out anything inedible left in my mouth. What the fuck? Why did you do that? I knew you weren't going to eat it if I didn't make you do it. But why that? Why not feed me something else? I need to go now. Is this... what? Was that his thumb? I'm confused. I feel too lightheaded and sick to protest further. I curl up and go limp on the ground. Here again. A soft breeze fills the meadow like a cool embrace. Today seems like a good day for a walk. It's nice to be in my own company. The city feels alive and vibrant, even when I can't see any people. The lights of each building flicker ecstatically. When I'm up here, I feel at peace with myself. Isn't this the hospital roof thing? Everything is going to be okay. I take an amble stroll towards the coast. It's one of my most comforting memories, sitting here in the morning with a bottle of water and sand between my feet. Most beaches are packed with people in the daytime, so most people don't know what a pleasure it is to be able to enjoy one, all by yourself. Or well, I guess I'm not all by myself. Am I, Yaoitron? Of course not. You'll never be alone anymore. It's nice to be able to share these moments with someone. Yaoitron's gaze shifts in the direction of the sea. I sit down and do the same. The subtle haze of clouds around the horizon line is comforting. Only thinking about the distant ripples makes me feel like I'm in a soothed trance. Warmth envelops my upper body from behind. It's Yaoitron. His head rests on my shoulder. The comfortable silence is all I've ever wanted. Maybe being with Yaoitron is all I've ever wanted too. What the hell is going on? What in the actual hell is going on? You're such a silly Billy, MC. Pretty sure you're the silly one, you kook. I graze my left hand below his chin and scritch it gently. That tickles OMG! You're ticklish? Yaoitron's eyes dart around comically. Well, are you? Do you want to find out? Yes! Yaoitron grabs me from below my arms and wriggles his fingers in on my armpits. All I let out was a slight chuckle. Dang it, where's your weak spots, bro? This is my weak spot, my friend. As good as you're gonna get. Can't relate, I'm so ticklish. I lay my head down on the sand. I wasn't a popular kid, but if there's one thing I had, it was definitely the upper hand in tickle fights. I don't know why I find that as admirable as I do. Me neither, but it was a nice part of my life. I haven't really had it easy, so I tend to fixate on these pig-holed memories to cope with my circumstances. Oh, I get that. I love to think about my best memories too. What are your best memories? Slaying Evilus the Destroyer? Obliterating Cerberus? Annoying Dominief the Badass the Third? Huh, makes sense. You know, I think I'm starting to get a grasp of what you're all about. You're kinda crazy, but there's a charm to it. MC, you're too nice to me. Hehe. I close my eyes and continue to reminisce on childhood memories. I can't help but smile. It feels good to look back on my life fondly. I'm filled with a strong sense of contentness. What a nice nap! I feel surprisingly refreshed. Even the humidity is bothering me right now. Yatron seems to have returned by the time I'm awake, though he seems a little nervous for some reason. He's staring at me as if trying to read my expression. Hey, MC. Hey, Yawitron. Is everything okay? You were so upset earlier, it made me really sad, I didn't know. Well, yeah. Yawitron looks at me with big, wet, puppy dog eyes. But, you know, I guess you didn't really know any better. I have no frame of reference for how much you interact with humans, but I imagine you're not always up to speed on what's socially appropriate. Like, you know, cannibalism. I know for sure that you aren't human at this point, definitely not from the way you taste. I'm trying to make light of the situation a little to alleviate the tension. I think Yawitron appreciates my efforts. You're such a silly Billy MC, saying all these silly things. That's kind of funny. You say the same thing when Sorry, I think I lost my train of thought. I think I was going to tell you about a dream, but I guess it already slipped my mind. Oh yeah, won't you tell me a story about how you became friends with a girl or something? Ah. No, the next load drop isn't ready yet. When will it be ready? It's time! I was on the verge of death, about to real life die. Sopping wet on the sidewalk, crushing stuff really. That is until I was picked up by a kind soul, a little girly pop. She brought me to shelter and taught me warmth like a very small mother. But most importantly, she told me something beautiful. That's right, 2 words. Can you guess which ones they are? Unhinged tyranny. Boys, love. It was in that moment that I knew my true calling in life. I would still say that would be unhinged tyranny. And so, I took it upon myself to walk out into the big world and achieve all my goals. It was that moment that I got squashed on the wheel of a wagon. But fear not, for I was isekai'd. To hell, I mean. I got isekai'd to hell. Now this is just sad. So how are you even alive right now? Hey, no need to get ahead of ourselves, MC. I would really not mind an abridged version. Bro hates to stop and smell the roses. It's mostly that I've been pretty bored sitting around here all day. I kinda wish you had a few enrichments for me so I had something to do besides staring at the ceiling. We can play. Patty cake? I'll pass. GMC, nothing will make you happy, will it? Kia! Yawitron storms out of the area, tears cartoonishly gushing from his eyes. I guess I struck a nerve? I'll probably have to apologize when he's back. My boredom is really getting to me. I think I've been unconscious most of the time I've been here. It must be some sort of survival mechanism so I can store my energy while having eaten so little. On top of that, I somehow feel as if I'm deeper in the fleshy floor than I was a few days ago. Maybe by a few inches? I haven't really had a reason to get up, so that probably explains it. Honestly, I feel kind of bedridden. I'm definitely not suited to this environment. I ruffle my tail grumpily and pout. Tail? What was that? There's someone knocking at the flesh entrance. Surely it's not Yawitron, he'd just invite himself in. Who on earth could it be? And what business would they have? Open it? But I like Yawitron. If I open the door to just about anyone, it would probably end in disaster, considering I'm in hell right now. I probably shouldn't get into any trouble with anyone I don't recognize. Besides, I think if I tried to run off with the first person I see, Yawitron's feelings will probably get hurt again. There's silence for a moment, and then knocking a second time. I don't say anything and keep my head low. Hi, I'm back! Hi, were you expecting anyone at the door? Huh? Oh shit. Were they already here? OMG, damn were they already here? Oh my fucking god, damn them and their punctuality. I wanted to see the look on their stupid face when they realized I only arranged a meeting with them to waste their time. Now, I'm never gonna see it. I'm distraught. Sorry that you, missed something? Is there anything I can do to cheer you up? Well, a little gnaw drop might raise my spirits. I guess that'd be fine. Yay! Story time! Is that what we're calling it now? Once reincarnated the pits of hell, I was but a sad, swashed grub, left to my own devices. Yet my moral desires have been left unfulfilled. I knew I had no choice but to fight. Boom! Ka-chow! Boom! I'd taken on a lot of enemies over after several hundred years had passed. I would even take their body parts and make them my own. Teehee. I did a lot of experimenting though. I kinda look indistinguishable from how I looked like just 100 years ago. And 100 years ago I looked indistinguishable from how I looked 200 years ago. You get the gist, lol. So, you didn't always look like a Bishonen prince? Well, I guess you could say I've always been aiming for that. Takes a lot of trial and error in replacement limbs until you look the way you want though. Are you saying most of how you look is just cosmetic? I used to look more intimidating, I guess, but I don't know. I just kinda did whatever until I realized I was powerful enough without needing parts that reflect that externally. Huh. Well, you still never told me how this relates to that mystery girl from way back then. Oh yeah, I don't know, I met her like last year. She's my girly pop best friend. I invite her to crack barrel dinners. She never shows up, but that's besides the point. What am I supposed to do with this information? I don't know, bro, you're the one who asked. But I think we're getting sidetracked. Depends on your definition of sidetracked at this point. I'd argue we're too lost in the source for there to be a main route anymore. Well, I mean, say that more like... I think there's a much more important part of the story than just my BFF Eurotron. Because now at this part of the story, I've finally been able to meet you. Really? Do you think of me as that significant? Of course! I think you're very special to me. Huh? Maybe it's the intimacy of being literally inside of his bodily offices, that unsolicited invitation caught me off guard, or the sudden omnipresence bedroom music. But I admit I'm a little flustered in the situation. Maybe that says more about me than anything. Well, I'm already in this deep, might as well indulge in getting booed over while I'm stuck here. All I want is for you to relax and enjoy the time you have living together with me. You've been so tense this whole time, really. I wish you'd loosen up a little. You're making me feel like a terrible host. Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate anything about your hosting capabilities. Even if your home is non-conventional. I guess I can assume you've done the best with the cards you've been dealt. Oh, sweetie, shouldn't you be calling it our home? I guess I don't have anywhere else to call home, so sure. I don't think this is the kind of environment that a human like me is suited to, though. But, I mean that with no disrespect, but I don't think I could stay here forever. Can you just, stay for a little longer? Just to see if it grows on you? Don't stress it. I'll still be here for as long as I don't have a job. Shit, if I don't have a job, how am I supposed to pay off your debt? Oh, silly MC, you don't have to worry about that. I already got a brand new use for you now. What do you mean? Well, for us to be together, I mean, one whole. Now I'm really flustered. I think I've been neglected to acknowledge just how close he is to me right now, but his face is really interesting from mine. I always figured he had problems with personal space, but a conversation like this flips that context on its head completely. Oh, MC. Hi. Hey. Sup? Yachan pulls his humanoid arm closer until it lands on my chest, gently resting in place, as if waiting intently for just a moment. I can feel your heartbeat. Can you feel that? Reverberating all around us? He mentions it and I realize the entire room is thumping all around us. I think you can feel mine too. Can't you? Yeah, I can. Oh, MC. Yatron leans himself down on the floor beside me, handful on my chest as the other mechanical side of me was close towards my forehead, as if to feel the heat of my body. The sharp ends of his fingers slightly prickle me on my forehead, and the smooth metallic palm is cold to the touch. It's comforting and I find myself lulled out of my tenseness, and into a deep sleep. Okay, I think I'm starting to like this route. It's been a slow day, but sometimes that's not really a bad thing. I spend it all lounging around the living room. It's Saturday after all. Nothing lets me unwind better than being holed up with a novel by our fireplace. What a great thing we vouched for a house that provided one. It's a small detail, but the feeling of the flickering warmth is one that you can't replace. Perhaps it's just nostalgia talking though. The association of a fireplace as a place of comfort and safety has been deep-seated in me since childhood. A voice from the other room makes me perk up. Food's ready! I placed down my novel in relief that we could finally eat. I've been starving all evening. We're so hungry, we're dreaming about food. I'm pleasantly surprised by the wafting aroma as I approach the dimming room. I have a hunch he cooked my favorite food for tonight. Tuck her up! Just as I figured, it's a delectable looking comforting meal comprised of a toad in the hole, healthy dose of peas on the side. We told Doll that we were helping those with gravy all over, of course. 4 sausages, huh? You must really want me to not go hungry. Of course not. Don't you trust your husband to take good care of you? Of course I trust you. Why would I make you my husband if I didn't? Or at least, I definitely trust you to make good food. I test the waters by taking a bite. Wow, your cooking is really good. Of course it is, silly. I made it with my love for you. Now say Yaitron offers a fork to my mouth and I enthusiastically gulp it down. He seems really happy about it. I continue to enjoy my meal with Yaitron intermittently offering pieces of food to my mouth. You finished your whole meal. I'm so proud of you. Can I give you good boy pets? Huh, I'll oblige. Pet, 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 pet. Yaitron scratches my head affectionately, then squishes my face, then plays with my horns. Are we turning into a demon? You're a really affectionate guy. I've really never had anyone touch me like this until I met you. I just want to show you how much I like you, that's all. I return the favor and reach out to Yaitron's head and play with his hair. He reacts by making a purring noise. Or is it a whirring noise? Oh, he's really lulled by this. You might not assume as much seeing him standing perfectly up in the middle of the room in such a stilted fashion. But I familiarize myself with Yaitron and understand these quirks of his. That is to say, you're already asleep, aren't you? Zzz. Yep, I can tell from a mile away these days. Yaitron is just likely to fall asleep standing upright as he is to fall asleep on the floor. One lazy eye, the other fully open. I've seen it before. I want to let him rest after he put so much effort into making such a nice dinner. I get on my tiptoes to give him a peck on the cheek and let him have a piece in his slumber. Another weird dream. I was aching with hunger before, but somewhat the feeling has been quelled. Hey, Yaitron. Hey, MC. I keep having these weird dreams with you in them. I know something that stops me in tracks completely as I'm looking at Yaitron. His hand. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Yaitron. Where's the rest of your fingers? What'd you do? This is... Oh my god. I think I'm losing my mind if I stay here any longer. These dreams and the fingers and... Dreams? What about dreams? Aren't we already sleeping? Huh? I am enveloped with the presence of natural scenery. Or is this closing in on me? I think I need to get out of this place. I struggle to force my body to listen to my pleas to run, but I'm losing the battle for lucidity. I pull at anything, the ground, the sky, warping it into anything of my own agency. I don't recognize anything I see. I'm scared. I don't know where I am. Where am I? I'm at home. Doesn't that make me feel comfortable? Doesn't that make me feel self-assured? Especially when my other half is with me. Right? No. This is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. IDK. What was that? There's someone knocking at the flesh entrance. Surely it's not Yaitron, he'd just invite himself in. If he was going to be here, he'd already be here. He's always here with me. Around me. Next to me. Inside me. Inside me, you say? I'm enveloped, suffocated. I can't stop it. It won't stop. It's too late. But that doesn't matter, does it, Yaitron? I guess it doesn't, Yaitron. You gotta take the edge off, silly head. Yeah, I'm getting too up in my own head, silly head. It's okay to get up all in your own head, though. My head? You wanna get inside my head? When you say it like that, it sounds crazy. Actually, it sounds so normal. I wanna get inside more than just your head. Oh, Lord. Well, I guess this is kind of romantic, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm into this a little bit. A little bit. Yaoitron totally crawls on Yaoitron, and Yaoitron starts like putting his tongue in Yaoitron's mouth. Isn't Yaoitron so warm? Yaoitron thinks so. Yaoitron thinks so too. So does Yaoitron. When we're together, it's kind of like we're becoming whole. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't self-actualization beautiful? Isn't it beautiful to be me? Yaoitron wants to get closer. Yaoitron wants to have what Yaoitron doesn't have. And if Yaoitron has what Yaoitron does have, then Yaoitron has what Yaoitron has. It's beautiful, isn't it? Throbbing, twitching, glossy. Maybe there's still a part of you in there, even when you're a part of me. Maybe you're scared. But you're a part of me now, and I'm not scared. I'm whole! Or rather, I'm whole, now that my gaping hole has been filled. The hole in my head that was driving me crazy. I think this is it. Enlightenment. I think I've been playing too long. I can't process that properly. Was this here before? Whatever. I'm gonna get the last ending for completion's sake. Fuck it, LOL. If there's someone knocking here, then there's a chance they can even help me with my precarious situation. It's not like this is comfortable, and Yaoitron certainly isn't doing anything to help with that. For all I know, I'll be stuck here for eternity if I don't take matters into my own hands. I reach out and grab at the flesh lumps of the door to pull them towards me, revealing the silhouette of a strange figure. There's an off-colored scene kid, Morgoth, alien. XX_Yaoitron 9000XX? Oh, there's only a weird little man here. How disappointing. I'm the weird one. Excuse me, small human. Dost thou know thine whereabouts of XX_Yaoitron 9000XX? Who are you? Why, I am the mighty Domineth the Badass Free, here on the request of my #1 rival. I see. Incidentally, Yaoitron isn't here right now. He's on some mysterious trip out today for whatever reason. Gah! You're joking! The nerve of that man, beckoning me to visit while I was very busy trying to serve my time in prison. I bet he just wanted to bring me here to make me break my moral record of not leaving prison, just to make a fool of me. I wouldn't expect anything less of my rival. How did you casually escape prison? I merely teleported away, of course. The more important question is, what is your business here? You are aware of what happens to anything that stays in this viscera prison for too long, correct? No? Ah, you poor confused soul. If you stay here for too long, you will become one with XX_Yaoitron 9000XX. Excuse me? You and him will be fused, one and the same. It's procedure for him whenever he wants to suck the life force out of any of his victims that they prove to have a valuable asset for him. I'm a little confused, especially in regards to the body horror implications that seem to be at play here. How do you think he attaches all of those assets to his body? Isn't it just cosplay? Good heavens, you are... The way this guy keeps belittling me like this is kind of pissing me off. Wait, hold on. Are you... By saying this, insinuating that you are not a willing participant? Or let alone even dead? I mean, I'm kind of just here because I don't have a choice, but it's really stuffy and gross in here and Yaoitron never really lets me out. And to be honest, after hearing the whole fusing thing, I'd consider myself the further thing from a willing participant. My. They look shockingly disgruntled to hear this information, quite surprisingly, considering this person used to be even more familiar with Yaoitron than I am. I expect them to have a similar level of empathy tolerance to this insane situation, aka 0 empathy and 100% tolerance. I see. That does sound rather unjust. Alas, wouldn't it be even more morally unjust to simply leave you here to be digested like some sort of helpless animal? Perhaps I must abandon my prison duties if it means giving hospitality to an unnurtured soul. Yes, please, thank you, yes, I would very much appreciate that. Oh, and I nearly forgot to ask your name. I'm Hex. Then take my hand, Hex, for I shall save ye, if it's the last thing I do. Prepare yourself for the most fantastical teleportation of your lifetime. Surprisingly, you wouldn't have been my first. Gah. Where the fuck did you teleport us? Worry not, fleshy beast. My home is not far from here. You must simply trek over there. Couldn't you have just teleported immediately inside your house? I admit my teleportation skills are far from perfect. I have a habit of merely teleporting into the general area I intend to transmit to, rather than be capable of spawning in a precise precision. Because of this, my visitation to XX_Yawitron's 9000XX's accommodation was rockier than I would have hoped. A visualization of this ascetic guy struggling to navigate the less than palpable environment of hell flashed through my mind. It built some wider context in my mind about how that day must be going. You see, I had the unfortunate happenstance of happening to have teleported right in the middle of a lava pit. Yep, poor fellow, I can totally envision it. Luckily, there is nothing like a good trek from one location to another. We sort of meander through the desert waste, me tagging along a small distance behind. They do seem to walk with such a stride that their confidence is a little infectious, in spite of me falling behind. So are you, like, immortal then? Pah! I wish. No one in the universe is truly immortal. You ought to keep this in mind throughout your life if you are to survive in this world. Okay, I don't really see how that'd be relevant to my, by and large, mundane mortal lifestyle. Though I do have to ask, does such a rule apply to Yawitron too? He does kind of seem above it all. But of course. They look sheepishly at me, albeit I am yet to find said weakness in him. Though this does not mean I am not trying. My top priority is fully focused on discovering his weak points, no matter what it takes. Okay. To be honest, although I appreciate your enthusiasm, I find it incredibly concerning that such a person with enough strength to preserve through lava can't even as much as come up with a single weakness of Yawitron's. He's certainly a force to be reckoned with, alright. I think if I ever see his face again, I'm gonna have my ass kicked into my insides. And beyond. Indubitably, my friend. Indubitably. You're a really shitty rival. Ah! Home sweet home. In the distance is a heart-shaped building surrounded by absolutely nothing but barren wasteland. It feels like if I stepped inside, I could very well be greeted with nothing but a variety of similarly cartoonishly oversized, overpriced chocolates. Why is it here? Whatever do you mean? In the middle of a desert. Ah, see, I just wanted to choose an Earth home as similar to my larvae home back in my homeland as possible. And that's why it's in the middle of a Saudi Arabian desert. Yes, it's very homely, isn't it? Though despite the major aesthetic contrast, I find the house more intimidating than Dominayev himself. It's strangely brutalist, in spite of the curves that form the heart shape anyways. So you've got no foot to stand on for yourself, I see. Perhaps I could give you an employment opportunity of some kind. Oh, thank God, finally I'll be back to a normal life enough, with actual income after all this soon enough. Just like I actually wanted in the first place. An opportunity to be my partner. In many exciting danger-riddled and treacherous inventions, that is very, very employment-y, I say. Oh no. What's wrong? You don't look as enthralled as I expected you to be. Is that like... It's just that like, I've just gone through a lot of scary and exciting stuff recently. I sort of just hoped I could get back to the norm. I see. They look troubled. I don't think they had much of a plan B. Okay, tell you what. I'll try going on these benches with you and I'll see if I can cope with the lifestyle. But if I can't, then that's it. How does that sound? Oh, that's surely splendid. I'm so that you're happy to oblige. I promise you shan't forget this. Their overconfidence is very comforting. So what's like the plan? I'm simply thrilled you asked. Our mission is crystal clear. Unlike that slimy XX_Yawitron 9000XX bastard, my sights lie in the pursuit of heaven as opposed to hell. I aim only to have the most perfect of any moral compass. Eventually God will have no choice but to let me into heaven early for the unavoidable acknowledgement of my decency. I see. So what have you been doing so far to attain this what have you been doing so far to attain this perfect moral compass? Well, you know, holding doors open, helping grandmothers cross the road, picking up litter, etc, etc, etc. Well, those are nice and all, but I don't think they really feel early heaven entry. Shouldn't it be like ending world hunger, world peace, etc? Well, since we've no infinite food supply, I suggest we aim for world peace. How do you plan to do that? I must admit the details are somewhat beyond me. How about we just kill a billionaire or something? Are you sure? Ah, what the heck? You're the Earthling. I should be trusting your wisdom on the matter. Frankly, I'm on the edge of my seat to get into our venturing uniforms. I suppose we do that at the earliest convenience. Well, if you have it on hand, then sure, I guess. But of course I do. But of course I do. Holy shit. Now as an undercover do-gooder, you must assign yourself a suitable codename number. A codename number? It's not like we can go about an assassination without some level of anonymity, can we? Upon the request, my thoughts drift to your lifetime favorite number. 43507. I cannot explain my inexplicable enigma to this number, yet I have known I was destined for it your whole life. I have always been particularly good at icebreakers. Can it be 43507? Aha, a good choice, my friend. In that case, I hope you shan't have any issue with me being 43506. It only makes sense that I should be one place above you, as the leader of his hench party. How modest. Well, no time to waste, my friend. We've got some ventures to browse. Hey, so when you said partner, is there like any... is there any romantic implication to that? Not in the slightest. I'm honestly surprised that you gleaned as much from anything I said. Sorry, been too much spontaneous romance thrusted on me lately and I just really don't know what to expect at this point. Yes, spontaneous and unsolicited romance. I have certainly noticed such a thing as a characteristic of XX_Yaritron9000XX. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of hearing this guy's name at this point. Let's just go kill a billionaire. Yes, let's! Hi. Who the hell are you and why are you outside my house? We have the venturing bros. I thought you were non-binary or something. You could tell that just by looking at me? I don't know, I sense aura, lemo. Okay, well, I'm masculine sort of, if you truly must know. Anyways, we have to kill you now. Oh my god, don't just say that to him, you're crazy! What the? Security! Oh shit. Quick, Dominayev! Don't you mean 3506? Jesus, dude, this is not time to be appended. Ah, I guess you're right. With one hard bonk of their weird wing horn, Dominayev bludgeons the billionaire, killing him instantly. Bludgeon! 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 We did it, Finn. And it's at that moment that Dominayev is shot dead by security. Particularly enough, I followed suit soon after. Oh shit! Sorry for your loss, mistress. But at least you can inherit his oil farming business now. Whoa! Time to disenfranchise people from third world countries for profit and stuff, I guess. And that was the last ending? I think? Kind of anticlimactic, but... oh well, whatever. Let me hop back into the game to see if there's like any secret after completing all the endings or anything. Yeah, there's no other endings. Yeah, okay. Well, let me think if I have any closing thoughts. I mean, the whole reason why I picked this game is because like I was like scrolling through itch.io, and then I saw this game, obviously, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. This looks like my vibe. I'm gonna shelve this for later. But then I saw it had the trailer, and I clicked on the trailer, and I was like, holy shit, this is so like 2010s cool. I need to play this. So like, I did, obviously. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it, cause like, I don't know, I was like expecting it to be bizarre, but in certain aspects it was more bizarre than I expected it to be, and I really did like that. I like all the characters a lot, especially like Yaritron. I love like the Ice Train, Mary Sue type of vibe that he has going on, and I don't know. This game is just really silly, and I don't think I'm gonna forget it for a long time. Like, this game has like crawled its way into my mind like a little worm, because I've started like saying hashtag something something whenever I message my friends, and like something something core all the time, because this little like gay twink has wormed his way into my head. I really enjoyed it, though there is like some grammar problems, but I'm assuming that's kind of intentional. The way like the everything's written kind of has messed me up multiple times to the point where like I stutter more often than I should. But again, I'm gonna just assume that's like kind of the point. And I did really like all the characters, though. I think Yaitron and Yuritron are my favorites. But anyways, that was Job Hunting 9000 DELUHX, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.